Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
And if you're a Manchester United fan, I'm sorry you've had a very peaceful 2 weeks. I hope you enjoyed it as long as it lasted. But we are back again to remind you that your team ain't I'm joking. Anyway, it's civil war again. Erik ten Hag was going off at Ronaldo for Ronaldo saying that Erik ten Hag said that Man United can't compete to win the league or the Champions League, right? So again, civil war. Ronaldo makes his comments. Ten Hag dismissed them and basically said that we don't necessarily care what he says. He's far away now in Saudi and he can have his own opinion, but that's not what he believes. Unfortunately, in my case, I think that's what everyone understands. We know that Manchester United are not in a good position right now. They are clearly not going to be challenging for the league, and they're definitely not challenging for the Champions League because they're not even in it. So yeah, that's facts, right? At the moment, and they have not been challenging for the league for a really long time. They haven't been necessarily a threat. That's what I wanted to talk about coming into this weekend. The first match, the early kickoff at 1:30, it is Southampton against Manchester United. Southampton newly promoted. Man United are going through a difficult spell. They've went for 2 L's in a row. Last one very embarrassingly against Liverpool at Old Trafford. So Manchester United have to bounce back. 3 points from a possible 9. It's not looking good, but it's a start. And I think the international break is a brilliant moment for Manchester United to reset. This is a chance at a restart, a new kickoff at the season, and you would expect Man United to come out guns blazing and really handle or deal with Southampton pretty efficiently, right? They need to get back at it. I'm not sure if you really understand how bad Manchester United's form is. They've apparently only won 5 of their last 17 league games. And that is actually pretty embarrassing. That's the kind of form that gets you sacked as a manager. However, Erik ten Hag has sort of shaded himself or shielded himself from this because of his trophy wins. So he has been there for 2 years and he has 2 trophies. And he won the Carabao Cup in the first season and won the FA Cup in the last season. Although as well in the first season, he did finish in the top 4, and he also did get to the final of the FA Cup. So that was pretty impressive. However, if you actually push the 2 domestic cup trophies to the side, it seems like Erik ten Hag is on a downward trajectory when it comes to Manchester United and how his team plays. For example, we still don't necessarily understand what Ten Hag's style of play is or how he can replicate his Ajax domination of games or style of football into this current Manchester United side. Yes, he had excused that last season he was riddled with injuries and, that didn't help him, of course. However, still, we are not seeing Manchester United make a significant presence of themselves in the top 4. This is for the past 2 years now. And so for the criticisms, they are actually right in place. And I think I want to bring it back to one of Manchester United's very own Ole Gunnar Solsjaer, a former Manchester United coach who was there before Erik ten Hag, who specifically said that he believed that trophies were not a true indicator of a team's progression. Basically, he said that trophies can actually hide the reality of things. And the question is that what's happening right now at Manchester United? We know that the board were looking for a manager. They couldn't find one better than Erik ten Hag at that moment and decided to stick with Erik ten Hag, which for me is very strange because that doesn't tell me about the confidence that you have in your current manager. The fact that you publicly announce while he's still in the job that you're looking for someone to replace him and then you couldn't find anyone and then you stay. Come on, that doesn't show that I trust you or I have confidence in your coaching and your abilities. So for me, that is a bit strange. But you don't have to take it from me. Manchester United's own previous coach said that, what's important is maybe the positioning in the league and your consistency in challenging for the top 4 and the league title, because that actually shows progression. And once that's sorted, then trophies would come. Unlike vice versa, where maybe you have a trophy and that actually hides what's going on really in the club, and that will get exposed later on. What's my opinion on the matter? First, I think Ronaldo is correct, as Manchester United, historically a huge club, still is a big club, right? A huge brand. They should be competing for the league each and every season, or they should be challenging for Champions League each and every season. I do not think the attitude that it's okay for Manchester United to just get to the top four as a minimum. Yes, when it's all said and done, if that's the worst, then yes, I am fine with that. But at least they should have intentions of trying to win the league, of trying to really challenge for every single trophy. They just should have that mentality for me, and I don't think that mentality is there right now at Manchester United. I think Ronaldo is right for that, but I also think he may be incorrect. I'm not sure if Erik Ten Hag specifically said they can't win those titles. So yeah, that I'm not sure of. And I also agree with Ole Gunnar Solsjaer, because clearly we are seeing evidence of that right in front of our eyes. At the same time, a trophy is important because, for example, Arteta has been in Arsenal's job for a while, and he has an FA Cup, but since then there has been no trophy, but his team has been playing great football and they finished second in the league twice. And, they have nothing to show for their efforts, like no major trophy. So at the same time, trophies are important. I think it's important for the squad to get their hands on a couple of trophies, and then they start believing that they can achieve more. But overall, I am agreeing with Ole Gunnar Solsjaer. If I was forced to pick a side, I'm pretty sure if you are playing well, trophies will come eventually. And I hope maybe that's the case with Arteta and Arsenal as well, that because they've been playing such brilliant football, at least trophies will start coming. That was the same with Klopp. Didn't start well, but once he started winning his first, FA Cup, League Cup, Liverpool then starts going on to win the Champions League, then the league, So, maybe it is a process that does take time, but at the end of the day, I think I am prioritizing playing well week in, week out. You most likely have then better chances of success in both metrics, where you're playing well, you'll consistently actually challenge for the league, and also just because you're playing well and you're challenging for the league, it sets you up to be able to win trophies. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. Yeah, so that's my opinion on the piece. I do think Manchester United will start doing better. At the moment, it does not look good, but only 3 games played. But already a negative goal difference is not like a good sign, because we know that that metric has been very poor over the past few years. The only teams below Man United in the league are the teams without a win. So they need to start rising, they need to start climbing, and they need to start doing so fast. I don't know what you think of the overall performances of their players during this international break. But at the same time, is that a good measure to rate the players' form on? I don't think so. I think the international break just stands on its own. So Man United play Southampton, early kickoff. I expect Manchester United to win. I do think they will win, actually. I think they'll get it back together, although I do think they'll still concede, because Southampton look like a decent team for a team that's, come out of promotion. They've come up straight from promotion, and I do think their performances have been a little bit better than the league table suggested. So I think they'll also lick their lips at Manchester United's defense and think that they can get at them, especially at home. But I do think Manchester United will get it together and will get the win again. So that's my view on what will happen with Man United this weekend. I'll see you in the next video. Please enjoy. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.